Article 286. It is committed by any person who, without any authority of law, shall, by means of violence, threats, or intimidation, prevent others from doing something not prohibited by law, or compel him to do something against his will, whether it be right or wrong. So we have four elements of grave coercion. First is offender is any person. Private individual siya or public officer. And sa second, he either compels other to do something against his will, whether it be right or wrong. Ito naman yung kahit tama pa yung gawin niya o iutos niya, basta pinipilit siya, pwede pa rin siya mag-liable sa grave coercion. Letter B, prevents other from doing something not prohibited by law. Ito naman yung pinipigilan mo yung gagawin ng isang tao kahit hindi naman labag sa batas natin. So, number 3, prevention or compulsion be affected by violence, threats, or intimidation. Ito naman yung pagbabantaan mo siya or pananakot. Kung wala dyan sa tatlo, hindi siya liable sa grave coercion. So number 4, person that restrain the will and liberty of another has no authority of law or the right to do so. Halimbawa si X may-ari ng relo, and then si Y gusto niyang kunin yung relo ni X, so ayaw ibigay ni X. So sabi ni Y kay X, saksakin kita, patayin kita, ganun. Pwede mag-liable si Y ng grave coercion. Article 288. Any person, agent, or officer of any association or corporation shall force or compel directly or indirectly, or shall knowingly permanent any laborer or employee employed by him or by such firm or corporation to be forced or compelled to purchase merchandise or commodities of any kind. So number 2, any person who shall pay the wages due a laborer or employee employed by him by means of tokens or objects other than the legal tender currency of the Philippines, unless expressly requested by the laborer or employee. Itong similar coercion ay merong dalawang uri ng punishable. First is punishable act elements. Offender is any person, agent, or officer of any association or corporation. Second, he or such firm or corporation has employed laborers or employees. Number 3, he forces or compels directly or indirectly or knowingly permits to be forced or compelled any of his or its laborer or employees to purchase merchandise or commodities of any kind from him or said firm or corporation. So example, halimbawa si X Y empleyado, at saka si Y si X sabi niya kay Y, pipilitin niya magbili ng bigas kay X. So kung pipilitin niya, maging liable si X sa act na ito. So second, punishable act elements. First is offender pays the wages due a laborer or employee employed by him by means of tokens or object. So second, those tokens or objects are other than the legal currency of the Philippines. Halimbawa, yung employee, ang binayad niya ay groceries, hindi pera. So third, such employee or laborer does not expressly request that he be paid by means of tokens or objects. Instead daw na pera, ang ibinayad niya lang is groceries or other materials, ganun. And ang employee hindi maging liable. Ang ibayad niya lang ay bigas na lang, ganun, instead na pera. Second, punishable act elements. Article 102 of the Labor Code state that the use of tokens, promissory notes, vouchers, coupons, or any other form alleged to represent legal tender is absolutely prohibited, even when expressly requested by the employee. So kahit ni-request pa ng employee na goods or object na lang yung ibinayad sa kanya, ay maging liable pa rin siya under the Labor Code and the revised penal.
Good day everyone, I am James Adrian Oy and I will be discussing the Article 290, 291 and 292. Article 290, Discovering of Secrets through Seizure of Correspondence. This article punishes the act of illegally seizing of intercepting private correspondence to discover its contents. So the element, the act is description. The offender intercept of seized in a private correspondence. 2. Target is description. Correspondence not addressed to the offender. Intent. The offender has the intent to discover or reveal its contents. Number 4. Authority. The act is done without the authority of the person to whom it is addressed. Okay. So for example, ma'am, here is a scenario, Alex and Ben. So si Alex ay may letter ng promotion na nilagay sa kanyang table at nakita ito ni Ben at binasa niya yung letter of promotion, kaya siya ay nagselos, kaya tinago niya yung letter of promotion ni Alex. Article 291, Revelation of Secrets by an Public Officer. These crimes especially hold public officers criminally liable for revealing secrets they learned by reason of the official capacity or for wrongfully delivering confidential official papers. Element. The offender. Knowledge and custody, revelation of delivery, and damage for the secret revelation. Description. The offender is a public officer as defined in the revised penal code. The officer knows of a secretly by a reason of their official capacity or has change of papers and copies or papers of which should be not be published. The officer reveals the secret without authority or a justifiable reason or wrongfully delivers the the confidential papers. So the damage whether great or small, it caused by an public interest. So for example, ma'am, yung public officer, nireveal niya yung confidential na document sa public or sa unauthorized individual, liable siya sa article na ito. Article 292, Revelation of Industrial Secret. So the element, the offender. The offender is a person in charge, employee, or a workman of any manufacturing industrial establishments. 2. The act. The offender reveals the secret of the establishments.